Hi. Hey, hey. This is my first time going live, so I'm kind of scared, but I'm gonna save this video, so I can't be too scared and I can't chat too much rubbish. So I'm gonna be really careful. Hey. Hey, hey. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna save this live. And the reason I decided to go live today is because I find the idea of it really scary. So I felt like that was more reason to do it. And I just want to kind of get into the habit of feeling really comfortable on camera and using all the great features of YouTube. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Um, Today, yeah, I thought it would just be nice to kind of go over my journey starting my business. I feel like we're getting to like the halfway point of the year. I know so many people had like big goals this year, things that they wanted to start, they wanted to launch. We might not have done it yet, but it's absolutely fine. I understand there are so many reasons why someone might talk themselves out of actually starting. So I kind of just wanted to go over what was going through my head a couple of years ago when I started. And I think the biggest thing that was going through my head when I first started, I remember checking out all these videos, looking up, seeing how people started advice, this, that, and it's that's a form of self-sabotage. That is a form of procrastination. I'm not gonna lie, because then you get into paralysis analysis, trying to get every single step of the process of the blueprint. And it's just not realistic because as much as anyone tries to say that this is how you do it, these are the steps to follow. I'm not gonna lie, it's very much gonna vary from business to business. It's gonna vary from person to person. It's gonna vary from timing. People don't talk about the power of timing as well. Like the pandemic, a lot of businesses blew up in the pandemic for obvious reasons. Everyone was at home, everyone was on their phones, people were shopping like no one had shopped before. I know the US lot, you guys got like your stimulus check and all of that. And that's things were different. Things are different. Like, the timing's a big thing, but I think it's just really important to not overcomplicate the process. And I think that is the key thing I did. So I'm just going to quickly answer this question. That's what I struggled with. Someone who's always procrastinating. One thing that my good old friend Bob Proctor says is if you're procrastinating, then you haven't made a decision. So I would say, first of all, getting that distinction clear. Like if you're procrastinating, you haven't made a decision really to do the thing. And if you haven't made a decision as a business owner, being a decision as a CEO, founder, the person for the most part, you're going to be running the whole thing. Making decisions, being a good decision maker is literally one of the most key skills you actually need. So if from the very beginning you're already acting in a way that is not having one of the key skills you need to have a business owner, I would just reevaluate. Basically, reevaluate whether you're serious. I don't mean that in an insensitive way. I really don't like when people say things like, "Oh, you don't want it enough. You're not serious." Like, it's not even like that. It's just when I say whether you want it enough, it's just enough to do what is required, as opposed to enough. Well, as opposed to, do you actually want it enough? Like, do you actually want to change your life? Of course, we feel like we want to do certain things, but sometimes the feeling of wanting to do it isn't bigger than the fear you feel from doing it. And in that case, you're not going to be doing enough to actually get you there, if that makes sense. And it's a tough thing to come to terms with. Sometimes we can be doing a lot, we can be doing the most, but if that most and a lot isn't enough, then it's not really going to move the needle, unfortunately. But yeah, I think if you're procrastinating, just really get clear on that distinction. Like you're not making a decision. If you really made a decision, you're not going to procrastinate. And then also just like reevaluating the beliefs that are holding you back. There is probably some subconscious belief that is making you feel like I can't do this. It's too X. It's too Y, and just rationalize it. I did this TikTok the other day, and it was talking about how one of the tools I've used in the past to like reprogram my subconscious beliefs. When you have a limiting belief, what I like to do is literally find evidence of a limiting belief being like, I can't do X because of Y. Find evidence of someone who has done X because of Y, or find evidence of a time when you've done X in spite of Y. And when you have that list against all the limiting beliefs that come and hold you back the most frequently, and you keep reading that list, you're gonna start to rationalize. Like, as much as we like to say, we program subconscious belief with just like words and affirmation and writing and vision boards, which I love. They're just a tool to conjure up the feeling. But conjuring up the feeling, as well as finding hard, solid evidence, I'm telling you, it's a powerful combination. It's such a powerful combination. So that is my preference. How did I balance my 9 to 5 and business? Again, I did a video on this. I did a full video on how I balance my 9 to 5 and business. Whew, it wasn't easy. I'm not gonna lie. It was not easy. And more than anything, because what I love about business is, especially having an e-commerce business, the leverage you get on your time means that you don't technically have to spend a lot of time. Depending on how you run it. That's why I made it my mission to understand data-driven marketing. So that was like ads, email marketing, things like that, and mostly those two, to be honest. So it wasn't the time, it was more the mental drainage of having the responsibility of the two. That is what scared me. I think that is what scared me. That is what drained me. That's what made it really difficult to balance. But ultimately, it is possible. It's absolutely, absolutely possible. So I would say find people that are also doing the two, and maybe have each other as accountability partners. That always really helps me. Get really clear on your time management. If you do eventually want to leave your job, sorry, to go full time, then have your exit plan. So at least when you're feeling drained or demotivated, you have that like roadmap. You realize that you're on this roadmap. So the video I did recently was like how I left. And when I spoke to my accountant and I was like, this is what do I need to have in place for me to leave? She said I need to have XYZ, I need to be making XYZ. So at least I had that to motivate me. Like, just see, just focus on getting to that milestone, as opposed to trying to overwhelm myself. Like, how am I gonna manage everything? I just needed to focus on the short term of getting to that step of the roadmap, essentially, and just taking it one step at a time, really. It wasn't easy, but it's very, very doable. It's very doable. And to be honest, I don't think leaving your job is something you should rush. I really don't. I really don't think it's something you should rush, especially if you have a job that is not, you don't hate, and especially if you have a job where there is some sort of flexibility or you're just learning. There's always something you can learn, soft skills, anything, networking. There's just always something you can learn from the job. What advice would you give to someone to improve on their email marketing? Well, I have something special coming out because I genuinely think email marketing is one of the biggest, most tools that is so slept on. And I don't even think it's slept on. I think a lot of people know it's useful, but they just feel really overwhelmed. Because I'm not gonna lie, the best email marketing platforms, you go in them and it just looks like some spider web of technology going on in there, but it's not that complicated when you know how it works, and it's so powerful. So yeah, I got a little something coming now this Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. If you would like to find out more about that, then sign up to my mailing list. I think there is a way of linking my mailing list to this. I've never gone on live before, but if there isn't, then check out any of my videos. My mailing list is always in the description box. And then yeah, I will be releasing something very soon about email marketing because it is such a powerful tool. But anyone who wants to improve on it right now, work on your copywriting. Your copywriting is so powerful. Copywriting is such as this is another slept on skill. Copywriting is such a slept on skill, and I feel like, sorry, I'm coming to that question now. I feel like as much as the people that get it get it, and the people that get it are getting paid. Copywriting is such a powerful skill, and when you have your copy down, when you have your messaging down, your positioning down, and knowing what resonates with your target market, knowing what market stage of awareness they're at. If you don't know what that is, also look into that. Some people are aware they have a problem. Some people aren't aware they have a problem. Some people are aware they have a problem and they're aware of different solutions. There are different stages that a market is at. And I think when you have that clarity, it enables your messaging, your copywriting to be so much more powerful. And so that then also getting your email flows set up, automations, you want to be having things working on autopilot so that for you, once you have powerful automation set up, all the traffic you're getting is the ROI on all the traffic you're getting is so much more powerful compared to just people going on your website and they just leave. Once you have good email automation setup. You capture them as a lead, and then the automations are just automating for you in the background. And boy, oh, it's a powerful, powerful thing. Hi, Peace. I have a great idea in a relatively small niche. 1.7. Oh, I like the statistics. I love that research. There are very few similar products, but my USP is elegance, design, and marketing. What advice do you have for me to scope out the market to make sure there's even a business for me? What methods of market research would you do? Oh, I love this question. And I think you're really very much on the right track for even thinking about market research, because a lot of times people do they go full force into it without knowing if anyone actually wants it. Do you have do you know who your target market is? As opposed to the what your product is, do you know who you want to serve? Like the demographics, the people's pain points and desires. Like, do you have that in mind? If you do, I would literally just go and find those people and ask them basically, what are your thoughts on this product? What would you want to see from this product? And the thing is, I would come from be as opposed to having the product in mind and then going out to the market and asking, would you like this product? That tends to, because I used to do a bit of like UX research. If you go that way around, user experience research, if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like looking into what the user kind of wants, how they're finding a certain product, all that kind of stuff. So one thing we would always say is the questions can't be positioned in a way that encourages bias. So if you're doing market research, you don't want to go, okay, this is the product I have. What do you think of this? You more want to come from the customer side and get to understand the customer's pain points and desires and ask them questions to pull more information about that out. And then your thing will come as a solution. So if you think your USP is design and elegance, that is some people's pain points. Some people have I don't know, let me think. Like once upon a time, furniture was just a functional thing. It was just like you have a bed frame, you have a wardrobe, a sofa. But now people are all doing up their interior design, Pinterest, aesthetics. People care about the look and design of it. So imagine once upon a time, so imagine like all the way back before aesthetics were really a thing, and you started interviewing people that were maybe more into that stuff. Then you could ask questions like, what do you want from a sofa, from this? And then they probably would start saying things like, I want something that will go with the rest of my living room. I want something that has this kind of look and feel. Then you would know from the product development side, okay, I need to develop something that requires design to be a USP, if that makes sense. I do yes, I have my demographic in mind, and I have people across I've come across, sorry, many people claiming that this type of product is missing from the market. I love that. Well, then there you go. And I think, yeah, also looking at double checking if there's any competitors. If there's any competitors, then use a website, like any competitors that are selling your product in from an aesthetic standpoint. Use a website called SimilarWeb and see where they're getting their customers. SimilarWeb is a way of you can plug in the website of any competitor and you can see like the traffic sources. Then that should kind of give you more idea as to where to find your demographic. I also did a video on recently all about this, and it's only like maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes. I'm gonna find the exact title because I did it really recently. It is called How to Find the Perfect Product to Sell: Market Research for Beginners. It's only 4 minutes. I did that 2 weeks ago, so you can check my channel to find more details. But yeah, let me know how that goes. I really like the way that you're a stats person like me. You've done your stats, done your research, market research, all of that stuff is it's all a bit of me. So let me know how that goes. And oh, no worries. I'm glad it was useful. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Oh, thank you. The grind can't stop. As much as I hate that, I hate that term, but it doesn't even feel like a grind. I'm honestly so grateful. Like it just genuinely feels. I feel free. I feel free. Like even me hopping on live today, it scared me, but I just felt like I just want to explore. I just want to be free. I want to get better at everything I'm doing, and going live, being on camera is part of what I'm doing. So let me get better at it. It's just like this freedom abundance thing I'm in, and I'm loving it, man. I'm really, really loving it. I'm praying for you that you can leave your 9 to 5 as soon as is feasible. But just remember that in this time you're still in the job, there's genuinely so much you can learn. there's so much you can learn. There's so much peace you can get from also having that income coming in. But genuinely, there's always so much you can learn. Always. I hope it's not a toxic workplace. I really do, because obviously that does not help and it overshadows the learning. But I really do pray it's a nice place you're in. But I can't lie, sometimes when it's a nice place, if your head's not there, your head's not there. I feel like that was my last few months. I was just like, Lord Jesus, take the wheel. I wasn't it was such a lovely workplace in so many ways, but my head was not there. Oh, thank you. Do you know what's so funny? Do you know what is so funny? So okay, listen, I'm about to go on my God reign. God is funny. I was literally like, is this what I'm supposed to be? Like, I felt like an urge to start consulting again because I was doing it at some point last year, stopped, and I asked God literally, like, just tell me clearly, am I supposed to do this? Because I don't want to be spreading myself too thin, don't want to be doing the most and just losing focus because I'm just not about that. I kid you not, in this last week, you're like the fifth person to be like, you should start doing consulting without me even saying or putting it out there that I'm gonna do it. So I think that's interesting. That is very, very interesting. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying that. I've got a course coming out on email marketing because I think it is the most slept on and not widely taught um marketing tool. And it's so powerful. Like basically there's front end marketing and back end marketing. Everyone focuses on front end marketing, and that is just like how you get your product in front of new people, ads, traffic, like all that thing that's just pulling in new faces. But email basically means that all that traffic you're getting, you are getting so much more power from it. All those lists and names and contacts and leads you've collected over the however long you've had the business, you're getting so much more. I don't want to say so much more out of them. That sounds unethical, but you know what I mean. Like just you are given, you can you can be giving them value. You can be there's just so much. You get to build such a stronger bond with your customers. They become so much more loyal, and the fact that a good proportion of the power of email marketing is automated. That is what makes it so beautiful. And yeah, it's just madly slept on. And I'm going to decomplicate it and just really break down how you should be using it, how you can be using it, all the different ways to just make your life easier, especially as you're doing a 9 to 5. I'm telling you, I don't know when you're planning to start your business, but my goodness, you would want to learn as much about like automated data driven marketing as possible, like all the marketing that doesn't involve you like doing things. So as powerful, I do think TikTok is such a powerful tool. I think it's ridiculously powerful for organic reach, but you can also use TikTok ads. You can also use TikTok ads and not rely on the organic reach. So I think a mixture of both is great, but definitely having automation set up is going to make your life while you're juggling the two so much easier. So yeah, I definitely would recommend that. This went by so much quicker than I thought. I was gonna be on here for 10 minutes because I was gonna have nothing to say and I was gonna feel really awkward. And I've been yapping my mouth off for 20 minutes. I don't know if anyone has any other questions. I am very happy to leave it here if not. But thank you so much for coming anyway. Thank you so much for coming. This is like it must seem like such a not big deal to anyone watching, but to me this is another example of me breaking. Where can you find more information about your course? Yeah, please sign up to my mailing list, which I'm gonna hopefully be able to link in the description box of this. I've never done this before. I don't know how this thing works. I could barely log in today, but if not, you can find my mailing list on the description of my videos, description box of any of my videos. And I'm also going to be releasing some videos specifically about email marketing over the coming weeks. So that will also have information about how to learn more about it in real depth. But yeah, back to my outro speech. Thank you. Yeah, back to my outro speech. Thank you so much. This is always going to hold a really special place in my heart of my life that really scares me, and it just was not that deep, and it's just been really nice. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Please do keep me updated with the progress of your business, because both of you, like, I really would Love to hear how that progresses. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.